Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seat. The show is about to start. Hey guys, what's up? This is Phoebe.
And this is Mike.
You're listening to the Mike and Phoebe Show. In today's episode, we are talking with Patricia Johnson. Patricia is the owner of Within Transformational Therapy. Patricia is a fellow member at the Hemet San Jacinto Valley Chamber of Commerce, and that's where we met at one of their mixers. Hi, Patricia.
Hi, I'm Phoebe and Mike. How you guys doing? So glad to be here today.
Yes.
Glad to have you.
Thank
you so much for joining.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. So Patricia Johnson is a Dietless Coach, a clinical rapid transformational therapist, hypnotherapist, and motivational speaker. Patricia has studied hypnotherapy, psychotherapy, neuro-linguistic programming, and cognitive behavioral therapy, known as CBT. She also studied alcohol and drug counseling. Patricia has freed people from limiting beliefs and giving them freedom, typically in 1 to 3 sessions. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It is. Rapid Transformational Therapy is really speaks for itself because it's rapid, mean fast, right? So I free people from issues in 1 to 3 sessions. So yeah, it's really life-changing. It really is. I'm so glad to be a therapist, a rapid transformational therapist.
Yes. So now what kind of issues do people come to you with? I know that's not one of the questions that you sent over, but that's really kind of interesting because you say, number one, you're a dietless coach, and then you're a rapid transformational therapist. So what does that all entail?
Well, rapid transformational therapy, a lot of my clients come to me, they have issues like with anxiety, depression, phobias, and then also pain too, because, they come to me with pain. I just help someone with Crohn's disease. And I just use rapid transformation therapy on my client and got him to see the root cause that was driving his issue. And with rapid transformational therapy, it has like a therapeutic approach, right? And so at first, I'm just like a detective. I'm a detective. And then what I do, I investigate, and then I interpret, and interfere, and then I install like new beliefs. So it's really, really fast. It's definitely fast. And clients, they come to me and they be like, oh, I have this issue and it's, just ruining my life. And I'm just so happy to be here and help them because, they don't try everything, and then the medication, there's a lot of side effects. So it's like a therapeutic approach, what I do. And I'm just so happy to free them from the issues.
That is amazing. I went through counseling 20 plus years ago for my issues. Anger issues and all kinds of trust issues and stuff. And I'll have to say it took me more than just 1 to 3 sessions just to get comfortable with my therapist, let alone finding the, helping me, let's say you did, you helping the client find out what the root of the problem is in 1 to 3 sessions and help them be freed from their issues. I mean, that is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It really is because, talk therapy, nothing wrong with talk therapy now, but the thing is that it's just a long out process. So just like if you go to a doctor, you have a broken arm, you'd be like, okay, I need help right now. Can you fix my arm? So, but, I look at clients when they come to me, it's the same thing. They want me to fix their problem. They have this issue been going on for years. And so that's what I do. I heal them from those issues. And like sometimes now it does take 3 sessions, but a lot of times 1 to 2. And it's just so amazing. I'm just so grateful for what I do.
Absolutely. Now, tell me, what is the rule of the mind?
Okay, the rule of the mind. Okay, the rule of the mind is different things. Like just say your mind does pretty much everything you tell it to. It starts with a thought. So that thought, you have that feeling, right? So just say if you're thinking of a sad event, okay, you have a sad event, then you have that sad feeling. If you think of a happy event, you have a happy event. So one of the rules of the mind is that your mind does exactly what you tell it to do. So if you tell yourself better thoughts, you will have a better result. So one thing about your mind is that you can change your thoughts, but you cannot change the outcome of the thought. So if you change it in the beginning, you have a better outcome. And another rule of the mind, that your mind cannot go into two different lanes. It has to stay in one lane. And just say, if you want to lose weight, right? And you're saying, oh, I love cake, or I want to get a promotion, but I'm afraid to ask my boss for a promotion, or whatever. You just contradict yourself, and it just cross it out. It just cross it out. It doesn't go in two lanes. So what you got to say, your mind works like this. What you got to say, I'm going to get that job. I'm going to go ask for a promotion, and I'm going to ace that interview. I'm going to get it. So I love exciting words, And then it's the same thing with the cake. You say, okay, I want to lose weight, but I'm going to be indifferent with cake. I'm not going to have cake. I am reaching my goals. And that's another rule of the mind. So, and your mind also, it loves the familiar. It doesn't like the unfamiliar. So, when you, like kids are, for instance, when they want to watch that same DVD player, read that same book every night, and that's familiar. They don't like to do something new. So our mind loves that. And with me, for example, I be in the familiar, and I know what's going on, because in the morning time, Phoebe, I want to have my coffee with my little skinny spoon and stir my coffee up. And there's all the spoons that I have, but I choose that same one. And I'm saying, okay, Trish, you're just being in the familiar. So those are just like some of the rules of the mind, but it's so many. But it just starts with the thought. Every thought you think, it's a feeling that's going to follow it. But you can change it just by changing your thought.
So what you're trying to say is stay on the straight and narrow path and don't be so scatterbrained?
Yes, don't be so scatterbrained. And you just control your thoughts. Just whatever you want, you have to say, okay, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you put powerful words behind it. Don't say anything negative about it. It's like I was saying, you have to be in one lane. You can't be in two lanes, because it just cancel each other out. So you can't be scatterbrained. That's right.
What you were saying, Patricia, the mind is so powerful. Just from what I've learned myself, coping with anxiety and depression.
Yes.
You are absolutely right. You have to control your mind. And especially what I found in my own experience, having anxiety. If I let my anxiety go at night, like it'll just go like a wild train, just all over the place.
Yes.
And I'd have sleepless nights, but then I realized, what? Hello, who's in control of the brain?
And that's right. That is
Yeah.
so true. I'm glad you do that. It's so true, So
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You can't let your brain run rampant, because especially at nighttime, I don't know what it is about nighttime when you're supposed to be quiet and trying to go to sleep. It's like the brain says, oh, that's when we're supposed to start working and having anxiety.
Yeah, right.
And you know what? A lot of people do have, problems with sleeping, but a good thing to say to yourself too is that sleep is coming to me. Sleep is coming to me. Oh, I'm falling asleep. I'm going to feel so great, so relaxed. Sleep is coming to me. A lot of people say, I need to go to sleep. I'm going to sleep. I need to go to bed. But, when you say go, that's a kind of like a command to your brain. It's like you're not going anywhere, but your brain sometimes like, okay, well, you going, or where you going? So it's contradicting your mind. So if you say sleep is coming to me, you'd be more relaxed. So, that's another thing too, that a lot of people, they suffer with. I have had people with insomnia, and the first thing they say, they get in the bed, oh, I got to go to sleep. I got to get some rest. Oh, I need sleep. But you got to say sleep is coming to me. And that's a command to your brain that is coming to you. And you relax, and you're so comfortable, and you just drift off into a peaceful sleep.
Don't get in a fight with your brain, because your brain's always going to win.
Exactly, Mike. The brain is going to win.
I never realized that issuing that command, because to me, now that we're talking about it more, it makes sense, because when you say, in my mind, if I hear myself saying to myself, I need to get to sleep, I need to go to sleep, I need to get rest, I need to catch up on my sleep, whatever, those sounds like they can be anxiety inducing.
Exactly, and that's what it is.
I say, oh, hell no, we ain't doing,
We're going to start
Your brain
reliving
saying,
the day.
your brain saying, where are we going? Where are we going?
Oh,
and
man.
it's like, yeah. So, people be telling themselves the wrong things. Your brain's like, where are we going? Are we going somewhere? So it's confused.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I could see how, Patricia, you're already starting the healing process, even just right now in the last, 5 minutes that we've been talking. That's awesome.
That's good. Yes, that's
nice.
great.
And now, we talked about rapid transformational therapy. So what is that, and what happens in a typical RTT, rapid transformational therapy session?
Yeah, it's just therapeutic. And it's how I put my client in a meditated alpha state, right? And when I do that, I'll be able to help them, because it's really the subconscious mind that is really running everything. Your subconscious mind is huge. It's like a vault, and it has all these memories in it. Everything in the past you did, even though when you were a kid, it has all these memories. And so, you grow up and these patterns is playing over and over again. So those are called limiting beliefs. So what I do, I pretty much like do an intake. Okay. And this is like the 5 eyes. I do an intake. Okay. I find out what is going on, what you need, how can I help you? Right. And then after that, well, the intakes are actually like a free consultation, just to throw that out there. You can have a free consultation, but then we have the intake, and then investigate. I'm like a detective. I'm finding, like, in the session, like, what is going on? Why are you having this? I'll be looking for that root cause, right? And then I interrupt by saying, that's not you anymore. You're not that little 5-year-old when you were bullied, or when your mom said, eat everything on the plate, or your mom said, where is the money coming from? Money doesn't grow on trees. So people grow up with money blocks, We don't have enough money. So all of those things are really like it's called it like a vault, the subconscious mind. And then I interrupt it, and then I interpret it back to you, pretty much what's going on. This is what's happening. This is what's going on with you. And then it's called install, which is the transformation. And I install new beliefs of the things that you told me that you want your life to be like, And I have a recording that is tailored to you for 21 days, because your mind learns in repetition. You have to keep doing something over and over again. But in a session, you be free from the issue right then. It's a life changing right then. But till the fire wired in your brain, it takes like 21 days. So I give you a nice recording that is tailored to you, and you listen to it for 21 days. And during that time, I'd be talking to you. How's it going? But just not like a session and that's it. You will have me for a while. I have different packages, but that's pretty much it with the RTT session. And it's really therapeutic, because I get to the root cause right then.
So now, you were speaking about rapid transformational therapy, and what are the 5 eyes? I don't know if you went over that. If we can go over that. What is the process of the sessions?
Yeah, the 5 eyes, just like I was just saying, is the intake, and then pretty much the investigation, like me being like a detective, and then I interpret back to you. That's not you. Well, I interpret back to you what's going on. Then the interrupt, I'm going to say, that's not you anymore. You're not that little person anymore. And then I do the install. So those are the 5 eyes that I do every session. And the RTT2 has 17 different techniques. And it's like, I really don't know which one I'm going to use, because we have things like the healing vortex, child in the room, command cell therapy, where you command your body to heal, and it's so many, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to use until we actually get in the session and I'm finding that root cause. Just say if somebody like a parent or teacher bullied you and, told you you'll never have anything you're not going to be worthy of anything. So I let them dialogue with that herder. And it's like talking to them. And it's so therapeutic because when they go into that therapeutic session with dialogue with the herder, a lot of them just cry. But when you cry and let it go, that's healing. So it's like 17 different techniques that you can choose from. And it's just really life-changing. Yes.
That's amazing.
Changing a lot of lives. Yes.
Now, tell me about what looping thoughts are.
Okay. Looping thoughts is like every thought you think is followed by a feeling. So it's like this. Your thoughts control your feelings control your actions, and your actions control your events. So it's like a looping thought right there. So your thoughts control your feelings, because if you have a better thought, like I was saying before, if you're thinking of something sad, what is the feeling behind it? When you start feeling sad, your body start probably crying, so that's that feeling going to come. So if you think of a happy event, then okay, you're happy, and then you start smiling, and then you're feeling good inside. So every thought you think is followed by a feeling. So that's like looping thoughts. Your thoughts control your feelings control your actions, and your actions control your events, whatever happened to you. So what do you got to do? Change those thoughts, right?
Yes.
Always have good thoughts, because your mind is always tuned on. Yes, your mind is always tuned in at all times. But people tell themselves the wrong things, just like depression. A lot of depression is started by the hard, critical, harsh words you say to yourself on a daily basis. I can't have this. I'm dumb. I'm an idiot. I don't look great. I can't be this. I can't do that. So, people say this to themselves every single day, and that thought is going round and round and round and round until they just make you depressed.
Right.
But you can just change it by saying, I'm just like everyone else. I can have, do, and be just like everyone. I'm unique. We all unique.
That's right. And what happened in the past, you got to learn to let it go through that grieving process, whatever it is, and vent it out, release it, and then say goodbye to it. And that's it. That's the past.
And learn from it.
Yes.
And learn from it. Yes.
Learning from all the stuff that goes on in the past and all of our thoughts is probably the most important thing that we could all do in our own minds.
Yes.
That's right. That is so true. The greatest thing in the world is just let it go. Just let it go. If you feel, you need to cry, then cry. But don't hold on to those negative thoughts. Just let it go. And you can free yourself from just about anything, because your mind come up with every illness, and it can release every illness.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Powerful, isn't it? Yes, it comes up with every illness. Just take, for instance, like I was talking just in about the one my client I freed from Crohn's disease. Well, he was about, I think he was 6 years old, and he didn't have his dad. His dad was never around, and he had his mother. Well, he wasn't able to get the attention from his mother, and he was feeling like he wasn't loved. He didn't feel like no one cared about him. He didn't matter. So his body said, okay, well, let's come up with something that gonna make you get attention. So his body came up with this Crohn's disease. And then when he got, I think he was 12, it was even worse. And then he was getting all the attention. He was doing everything, his mom was taking care of him. His daddy came over and was showing him a lot of love and everything. So when he grew up, it still was going on. And it was consuming his life. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't go on dates. He couldn't hold a job. He had to, when he's driving or going on vacation, you got to make sure you know where all the bathrooms are. And so his body came up with that. So I found the root cause. And the root cause was that he came up with that disease when he was little. And so now he's free from it. He's doing so much better. And he tell me all the time, I'm traveling here, I'm traveling there. He has a girlfriend, and they're thinking about getting married and all that. It's just amazing. Your body came up with it.
So even as a child, he was able to manifest that illness from his emotions.
Yes. And
Oh my
that's
goodness.
pretty much what happens is comes from a past event, a trauma, some kind
Right.
of trauma. So
So,
it's I'm sorry, go
uh-huh.
ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to ask the next question. So, talking about a child, then, what are the needs as a child, and what are our needs as an adult?
Okay, as a child, you need to feel loved, celebrated, and safe. And, just like you just matter. So those are the needs that a child needs. So, a lot of times I've heard my clients tell me, yeah, I didn't feel loved because or significant. I come home with good grades and my mom always said, oh, your brother better than you. You can do better than that. Oh, what is a C? You need to get an A, and it's like shoots them down. They don't feel celebrated and significant, but they need to feel celebrated. Oh, you're doing amazing. You're doing great. It'll be better next time. And to make them feel safe, a safe environment. So when you grow up, if you don't have those needs not being met, you be like, okay, how do I look? You've looked for the love in somebody else. Can you tell me how I look? Do I look good? What do you think about this dress? What do you think about that? But those are the needs that kids need to be really a powerful person in their life to come, because a lot of kids don't get that need. They're missing those needs. And so they give those needs up and look for somebody else. They look for someone else. And then if you try to get those needs met in someone else, guess what? They can take it away, and they can make you feel sad and bad and not loved, not significant. You don't matter anymore. But the greatest love of all is loving yourself. Loving yourself is the greatest love of all. So
Yeah.
those are the children's needs that need to be met at all times.
Patricia, everything you're saying is so right and so validating, because I know a handful of people, I'll say, that need this, and I wish that I could get them on the line and say, hey, listen to Patricia here. You need her help.
Yes. Yes, because it's like really, it's causing a lot of issues in their
Yes.
life right now. They don't know what's going on,
Right.
But I'm so good at when I hear people talking, what do you think about this? What do you see? Do I look good? Do you love me? Why don't you love me? And I'm saying to myself, oh my gosh, the needs was not being met.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Which is sad.
everyone deserves to be loved. Every child
Mhm.
deserves to be acknowledged and all of that, have their feelings, heard,
Mhm.
and be
Mhm.
able to vent in a safe environment, so everything. I wish I spoke with you like 25 years ago. I would
Oh,
have
that's
saved myself some time.
2 sessions you'd have been done.
Yes,
But
yes.
that's okay. We
You're
met
here
here
now.
today, and that's hearing all this. It just confirms everything that I've gone through in the past, which I appreciate. And it's good to know that there's I didn't know all these terms. Rapid
Yes.
Transformational Therapy. I knew the Hypnotherapist, but
Mhm.
what really touched me also, I hear the way you speak too, and you're a great motivational speaker.
Yes,
So
thank you.
yeah, that's why I liked talking to you, and I'm glad that you're able to talk to us about mental health. And
Mhm.
because nowadays that is such an important topic, people are really kind of scared to talk about it.
Yes, they are scared to talk about it because they feel like they're the only one. They feel like it's not happening to anyone, that or they have it worse than the other person. But everything could be worse than what you're going through. If you look at it that way, it could be worse.
Right.
But they just feel like they're alone, and they're not alone.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
so I'm so happy to be able to help, people and try and find a true, authentic self, because
Yes.
everyone is unique in their own way. Everyone. You came on this planet with a gift.
Yes.
You did. And then, you when you were a child too, you had high self-esteem. You had confidence. When you were a kid, a child, or just say like a kid, a toddler or whatever, you had high self-esteem. You walk around the house, you can be completely naked and like, hey, look at me, you have, they don't care, food all over yourself. They don't care. But, sometimes, you get break down to like, you just don't feel worthy anymore. It could happen like with the teacher, father, mother, brother, sister. And, it can cause a lot of illnesses and also mental illness too. If someone drilled that into you your whole life, And it's very interesting. I love what I do. I really do. And I love talking about this because a lot of people just don't know the rules of the mind and how the mind works. But it can work in your favor. And I used to be not confident, low self-esteem, and now, through RTT, I have high self-esteem, I'm very confident.
I love it.
So
How long
I
have you
had to
been
work on myself.
How long have you been doing this?
About 3 years, a little bit over 3 years.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I would not have guessed it. From the way you speak, Patricia, I would have guessed like at least 10 years, if not
Oh,
more.
wow. That's great. Yeah. Because I'm so passionate about it.
What did you do before this?
Well, I was an alcohol and drug counselor. I always, like helping people. I always loved that. So I was alcohol and drug counselor trying to find, root cause. But it's a whole different new ball game because it's counseling. It's different from therapeutic therapy. But that's what I used to do, and I used to love it. I used to love it as well. But I wanted to go even deeper into trying to find the root cause of all of this. With counseling, I was able to help them. Okay, well, you can do this and you can do that. But then I was like, why are they doing this? Why? And so I just, did some research about how the brain works, how the mind works. And I was just blown away. I was blown away. And I said, well, I have to get to the next level. So Marissa Peer, she's the founder of Rapid Transformational Therapy. And I happened to come across one of her videos. And then I said, you know what, this is what I want to do. And I just did a lot of training, and not just on the Rapid Transformational Therapy. I did the training, I'm Not Enough. I did a lot of training, it just didn't stop with that. So that's why you probably say I know a lot. It seems like I've been doing this for 10 years, but I had a lot of training. I was very passionate about it too, and still is.
Now, can you use rapid transformational therapy in being a drug and alcohol counselor?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Because they don't know why they are addicted to alcohol, drugs. But it could be something like somebody in the past introduced it to them and say, oh, you're not a man if you don't drink, or you're not a man if you don't do this, and then that imprint with the limiting belief, they growing up and they say, okay, well, I'm gonna be a man, I'm gonna drink, I can handle my alcohol. So it could be different reasons, but I definitely can help with drug and alcohol and smoking as well.
Yeah, it goes from peer pressure to addiction.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And in your bio, you told me that you're a dietless coach. What is that about? I haven't heard of that term before. So enlighten us. What is that about of having a dietless life?
Well, dietless life is pretty much you have a dietless life. You have a new relationship with food. And, dietless life is a unique program and is designed to change your weight, your shape, your size without the hard work. And it's like programming yourself with a new relationship with food, and with food so that you are in control rather than feeling food controls you or make you feel worse or make you feeling, like you're worthless, So you have a different relationship with food, a different understanding with food. And you don't have to count calories. You don't have to work out really hard. It's always good to do some exercise, but you don't have to be in the gym just all day, every day, But it's always good to walk or do some, weight strength exercise because our body needs that. But with dietless life, it's a new relationship with food. And during that process, you will learn how many, actually, there is, about 7 emotional eaters. And one of them is an addictive eater, emotional eater, habitual eater, ignorant eater. And I'm an ignorant eater. Now, that doesn't mean that you're ignorant. It doesn't mean that you're ignorant. But it just means that you just, it's just that you just So, okay, well, I'm going to count. Well, I used to be an ignorant eater, but not anymore. I should say I used to be. I found out that that's what kind of eater I was. I used to be like, oh, I can eat a hamburger, but it's got lettuce and tomatoes on it. It has pickles on it, so it can't be that bad. I used to be that, but not anymore. Just like you think, you justify, you eat something bad and you justify it. So, okay, well, I'm going to have, let's see, pizza, but I'm having salad on the side. That's okay. I'm having my salad.
Oh, okay.
So,
That makes sense.
yeah,
Yes. You justify, you make
yes,
excuses kind of thing, right?
right. So I used to be that.
Wow.
I used to be that eater. And then you have a destructive eater, an angry eater. I found out too that I was an angry eater. Not that I'm an angry eater, that I'm angry what I'm eating. Like, that picture in your mind thinking that you're an angry eater, you just eat everything. But an angry eater is also when you're under pressure and you want something in your mouth like popcorn or peanuts. And I know when I'm having a lot of work I need to get done, I got to have some popcorn on the side and just popping that popcorn in my mouth. So you like the crunchy of it, the crunchiness of it. But angry eater is not bad. It's just that you just eat crunchy stuff, peanuts and stuff when you're under pressure. So that's why a lot of when the football game is going on, they be wanting peanuts. Okay, peanuts, anything that crunchy, potato chips, something crunchy that, for some reason that kind of like helps. And then you have those feasters. You want to eat at every single event. Whatever you go to, you want to eat something. You always put food into it, those feasters. So,
wow.
And then you have those constant cravers. When you constantly crave chocolate, you constantly crave ice cream, you constantly crave pizza, all of the wrong things. You constantly crave sweets. So with Dietless Life, you identify what kind of eater you are. And then this is a program. You have like a workbook, and it's a 12-week program. And so it's a lot of things going on with the Dietless Life program, because you will meet with me every week and you will learn different types of techniques, how to stay, and fat burning, neutral, and out of fat storing. There's different types of foods that you can eat. Just say, if you want a piece of bread, but if you put meat on top of it, some type of turkey and stuff, that kind of like ease it out, mellow it out. So it's you in the neutral stage of it. So I teach you how to do that, how to stay in fat burning mode. So when you get up in the morning, you in fat burning mode, the night before. So when you get up in the morning, you eat all this sugary and stuff, then you go right into fat storing. Right. So it's a good program to be in, and it's new, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. And I did the Dietless Life program, and then I lost like 25 pounds, and I was so happy about it and so amazed how I did it without no medication, or it just really was just really sailing smoothly right through it. So I wanted to be a coach and teach it to other people. So that's how I became a Dietless Life coach. It's different. You get a workbook, and you get to meet with me every week, and we talk about things, and it's when the 12-week program is over, you're going to reach your goal. And one thing I tell people, do not step on the scale, because a lot of times when you step on the scale and you think, lost more weight, and you didn't. So your mind's, I didn't lose the weight. I thought I lost this. And so that way you still, that conversation going in your brain again, and they just cancel each other out. So you do not step on the scale until pretty much by the end of the program. But right. You'll see you losing weight, and you close.
Yes.
You're losing weight. And that's what happened to me. And when I had my aha moment, I was just getting on my treadmill, and I normally have a lot of clothes on and stuff, but I knew I was losing weight. But then I got up on my treadmill, and it was hard. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to put on my little sports bra, my little tights. And I had an aha moment. I said, oh my God, look at me. Oh, my stomach. I just could not believe my eyes. And that's a true story. I could not believe my eyes. I dropped the weight, and I still have it off after a year and a half.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice. I stay in my ideal weight, and I'm just holding that ideal weight what I want to be. It's amazing.
That's awesome. I didn't realize that there were so many different types of food eaters, what you were categorizing. I think I would be more of a like a social eater, because when you said, go to every event, I kind of do that.
Feaster. Yeah, you're a feaster.
I
put food in it. Yes.
Because it's fun. You're out there, you're meeting new people and stuff. It's a fun environment.
Yes.
And then probably a little bit of the craving kind of a person.
Constant craving.
I did have a question about that. So when you said being a craving kind of eater, is that just like overall in general, like you, in order to be classified as a craving eater, whatever the terminology is, do you have to crave all the time, or is it just like, during that special time of the month that females have?
So it's just that too, the special time of the month females have, you have that constant craving, but also too, when you're not, you have that constant, like you just think about, I gotta have a chocolate. I gotta have this. I gotta get me some sweets to feel better. I need some chocolate to feel better. Or I need some ice cream, I need to have a bowl of ice cream in front of the TV. It's constantly craving something, so that sweet, sugary taste, constantly craving. So it's pretty much overall everything, pretty much. Even probably worse when you have that time of the month.
Yeah, I would say, because that's all you think about.
Oh, we know that, boy.
You men, you have no idea.
I know, they have no idea.
I think I would classify myself as a I don't care eater, because Phoebe's always asking, well, what do you want to eat? I don't care. It don't matter to me.
That's a new one.
Food.
I love this
category.
I don't care either. Maybe we should add that too. We should add that too, Queen.
I
don't care what we have.
That's too funny. That's amazing, Patricia. Learning about all this already in within the 40 minutes that we've been talking already is so enlightening to me. And I'm so excited to learn more about what you have within the transformational therapy. That's amazing. So we've been talking with Patricia Johnson. If you want to contact her, find her online at her website, withintransformationtherapy.com, or find her on social media. She has a Facebook group called Dietless Life Unstoppable Group, or find her on Instagram at PJ Within Therapy. Thank you so much, Patricia, and we hope to continue the series. This is amazing.
Yes, I would like to come back. I had so much fun with you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for listening to the Mike and Phebe Show on Alternative Twist Radio. If you missed any past episodes, just search the Mike and Phebe Show or Alternative Twist Radio on any major podcast app.